Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, welcome back to the Raya channel, and today we are on episode 3, Do's and Don'ts Raya Edition. So, today I'll be talking about the do's and don'ts, which might be some common sense to some people, but for some others it might be not so familiar with them, so I am here to educate and advocate. That sounds so cringe! I'm just gonna talk about a few points that I think quite important for me to point out because some people might be oblivious, but I hope that after watching this video you are more aware of what you say and what you do, especially during this Raya celebration. Okay, so first off, I hold on to this one thing, which is if somebody cannot change something under 5 seconds, then don't point it out. For example, things like their weight, if they have acne, or some other things that literally you cannot change under 5 seconds. But things that you can change under 5 seconds are if there is something macam chili stuck on your teeth, or your tudung is not so on point, or some things like that, you know, because they live in life where they have to face the mirror every day before they go out. So what makes you think they are not aware of how they look on their weight and their acne, you know? So let's just not point it out. Moving on to the second point, which I think it's very common for our generation, my generation, to be offended or triggered by conversation brought up by the elder people, such as bila nak kahwin, bila nak ada anak, bila nak habis belajar, kerja apa and stuff like that. Don't be easily triggered by that because they just want to talk to you, they just want to have conversations with you. I think they just want to know, you know, things, what's going on with you at the moment. So if they ask you questions, just talk to them. Like, view it in the perspective that they just want to talk to you, they just want to know you, because it's very rare for us to come back to kampung, I think, as being busy. So just talk to them. Also, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like personally I used to be offended by questions like that, like, you know, bila nak kahwin, padahal I haven't finished my degree yet, but turns out they just want to talk to you, because what else are they going to talk about? The climate change, digital divide, politics. Number 3, I would like to talk about the time and duration for Raya visiting, because some people, they don't really care about timing, so they just come barge into your house at 11 p.m, which I think it's inappropriate. And also during prayer time like Maghrib, you don't really visit someone during Maghrib. So I think the most convenient and appropriate time would be like around Zuhur to Asar, I think. And also the duration, don't stay too long on someone's house because it can be quite inconvenient for the host, because they have to cater to your request. They have to make sure that the house is comfortable for you to live and for the moment. So I think maximum would be 1 hour, unless if you are that close, like it's your relative. On to the fourth point, I would like to also talk about the physical greetings. I think since the pandemic hit, it is appropriate and necessary for us to be sure that someone wants to greet you physically, or just, you know, like this, you know, because some people can be not paranoid but can be extra cautious of the disease because they might have had some bad experiences with COVID. So I think we all should respect that. So if some people say, oh, they don't prefer you touching them, so just appropriately, respectfully, casually. On number 5, this is more to adab. I think when going to visiting one's house, I think it is advisable for you to bring something, you know, like fruits or kue raya for them, because like you're going to one's house and they are serving you, and in return you might want to give something back other than your presents. Last but not least, please be respectful and appreciative towards the host, because most of the time they cook for you, they take their time to prepare food for you. So the least you can do is come with empty stomach, or at least jama the food that they are serving, because it might hurt their pride, because they really took their time out of 24 hours a day to make sure that you are eating well. I have a few tips for girls out there, especially if you are Muslim girls. Always bring extra underwear just in case of emergency, and extra panty liner and pads for those who are in need, because we never know when the time comes. Last but not least, I know for girls out there it can be a hassle for us to keep on washing our face before praying, especially during the Raya season, because we need to go from house to house and we need to stop by sometimes to perform our prayers. So one trick that I learned from my friend is to have a plastic container where you keep a cotton pad with micellar water, so you don't have to bring the whole micellar water, just the cotton pad, so you can just and reapply your makeup. Okay, I think that is all for this episode. Very short one, because why not? And if you do have any do's and don'ts from your culture, or any tricks or tips you would like to share, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. So I would like to wish you all Selamat Hari Raya, and I hope you will have a very blissful Raya with your family. I think that is all. Thank you. Have a good Raya.